I am doing a Plants vs. Zombies tier list. Let's go. First off, we got Blover. So, Blover is really useful in the fog levels, and it can be really good and stuff. So, it gets an A. Cabbage pole is also a good plant. It's good in, the roof levels, but anywhere else it's kind of bad. So I'll give it a B. Cactus is just a D, because, it can pop balloons. Big whoop. The Blover, instantly kills balloons. And Cattail can already, just can also do that, and it's way better. So, yeah, it gets a D. And speaking of Cattail, S. If you've played the game before, I think you know why. Next up, we got Cherry Bomb. It's a lot more useful in the second game because there's a lot more powerful zombies in that game. But in this game, it's kind of okay, it's kind of mid. So, C. Chomper is kind of not good. Yeah, I just don't like it. So the Cob Cannon next up. This one's really good. It's really good in survival. It's just like a glorified, cherry bomb, kind of. So I think it's gonna get an A. Coffee bean, it's fine. It gives if you've never played the game before, it gives mushrooms the ability to be used during the day. So you plant it on a mushroom and then it just wakes up. Next we got the Doom Shroom, is S. No, it's an A, I think. Because it's really good and it somehow has a lower cost than the Cherry Bomb, which doesn't make any sense. But it leaves a crater behind, so that's kind of a hindrance. And it's there for a long time, and it has a slow recharge, so yeah. The pot is only used in one world, so I'll just give it a C. The Fume Shroom is actually pretty good. You can pass through zombies with it, and it just annihilates screen door zombies, so I'll give it an A. The garlic, it's really good with Gloom Shroom, but that's the only time you're gonna use it, so B. Gatling Pea is really good with Torchwood, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's pretty good. A. Gloom Shroom, like I said earlier, it's good with garlic, so I'm just gonna put it right next to garlic. Gold Magnet. If you've played the game before, you get why this plant is absolute garbage. Gravebuster. It's only used in one world, but it's much more useful in the second game, kind of like Cherry Bomb, because graves are much more of a hindrance in that game, and plus it costs no sun in that game, so I'll just give it a C. Hypno Shroom, it's good against disco and football zombies. That's pretty much it, so I'll give it a B. Ice Shroom, also a B, freezes the entire map, all the zombies. So yeah, I think that's a pretty decent ability. The Imitator, it imitates any plant of your choice, but for some reason it can't imitate upgrade plants, which kind of sucks. But I'll just give it a B, even though I was putting tons of plants in B. Jalapeno, it just destroys an entire lane, so A. No, actually, yeah, S. The Kernel Pole is highly underrated. no one gives it enough credit, and it's really good. So, A. Pea shooter, it's just like normal. It's regular. The average Joe. So, C. Lily pad, it's pretty much like impossible to get through the pool without the lily pad. So, yeah, it gets an A. Magnet shroom, it's if you play like iZombie, this can be like your worst nightmare, but like we're ranking the plants when you play as them, so magnet shroom also gets a B, just like everyone else. Marigold gets like a D. It's a high D, but not really much else. Melon pulp, absolute S tier. It's amazing. And potato mine, yeah, it takes patience, which I don't like, but besides all the rest of that, it's at a low cost, and it just instantly kills any zombie that steps on it, so, yeah. Lantern. I always used Blover over this guy. He's really not anything special, so I'll put him in C. Puff Shroom, also, just like everyone else, gets an A. So pumpkin, I kind of like pumpkin. It's a fun one to use, but its recharge is so slow. It's good with imitator, but yeah, B. Repeater is just really good. Once you get pea shooter, he's in the bin, and you get repeater, and yeah, A. Scaredy shroom. Scaredy shroom is underrated, dude. It's at a low cost. It's just like a normal pea shooter, but it's a scaredy cat. It's basically its entire gimmick. Anyways, sea shroom is really good. Also, not really good. It's like average. So B. Snow pea or ice pea or whatever it's called. It can be also pretty decent. B. Spike rock. This one is just really good. It's really good. I always use it in Survivor. Same with spike weed, but it's not as good, I think. Split pea. You use it in fog and then like forget about it. Squash is S tier. It is like amazing. It can just destroy one zombie. It's like potato mine, but you just don't have to wait. It's right there, and you can just use it. Starfruit, I was never a big fan of Starfruit. It only really works if you have a lot of them. Kind of like Lightning Reed in the second game. Sunshroom is a B. It's literally useless in the day levels because, you need a coffee bean for it to work. And, yeah. Sunflower is an A. If you played the game before, I don't really think I need to explain. Or if you haven't even played the game before, I don't think I need to explain. But it's pretty much the most important card or plant in the entire game. Tall Nut also gets an A. It can defend against pole vaulters, pogos, and all that jazz. But for some reason, I always found this weird. It couldn't defend against like ladder zombies. I always found that really weird. Tangle Kelp. It's an underwater squash that only targets one. So I'll just give it a B, I guess. Three-peater. People give like crap about three-peater, but it's like a B. I think it's okay. Torchwood is like an A because it just fires, just burns up the peas and makes them do a lot more damage. I'm stuttering a lot. But yeah, I always found it weird how, like, when the zombies eat it, he just doesn't get hurt. They just don't get hurt. Double sunflower just dominates survival, man. Umbrella leaf is just a C. It's regular. Walnut gets an A, just like tall nut, and wintermelon just gets an S. Need I say more? It's melon pulp, but it has a slowing effect. What more do I need to say? It's amazing.